Okay, so I'm currently right here at work right now, as y'all know. Should I cut on this light? I don't want to cut it on because Jenny is still asleep. Um, because Missy is still asleep. So I hope this is good enough for you guys. I'm talking kind of low. Usually I'm talking loud. I know I talk loud, guys. I know I talk a lot. But anyways, let's do the story time on how I ended up with this job. Okay, so how I ended up with this job. If you are familiar with the Hurricane Harvey that hit here in Houston, the worst hurricane that has ever hit here. Hit here in Houston, right? I had a cousin that was working here with Missy. She was taking care of Missy's mother. Sorry. Y'all can't lie. It's like cozy in here, quiet. There's Christmas lights, like Christmas pillows, you know, like just want to go to sleep. Missy puts a blanket right here and pillows, and she always tells me when I could get here early, go take a little nap on the couch while I'm still sleeping. But I can't just go to sleep like that. Like I'm at work, like you know, I cannot sleep at other people's house. Period. I don't know why. It's just I just can't. Like I have to be at my own home. Anyways, when Hurricane Harvey hit, my cousin was working here. But it became hard for her to come to work every day because if y'all know, guys, when that hurricane hit here in Houston, it flooded everything out. It literally took us like 4 hours to get on the other side of town, the southwest side of Houston. And she lived in the southwest side of Houston, so it took her a long time to get here. I don't want to keep on yawning, guys, but I'm sorry if I do. All right, it's early in the morning. It's barely 7:18 a.m. So my cousin, she was getting here late. She couldn't make it. She just couldn't do it. She's like, Jackie, I can't. Well, she called me one day and said, hey, are you looking for a job? Because she knew I was taking care of my grandmother. But she had knew all the situation with my grandmother and stuff. So anyways, she said, are you looking for a job? Because the job that I'm working at right now, they're going to be looking for somebody. Because I can't work for them no more because all this hurricane stuff and all this that's going on. I have to step away from the job, you know? And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. She was like, it's close to you because I told y'all it's close to me where I live. I don't know how my cousin was doing it every single day to come from the other side of Houston to come over here every single day, but she was doing it. So yeah, she was here taking care of Missy's mom before I started here. So anyway, she said, okay, well, I already talked to my manager because my cousin was working for a company, like a lady that I guess you could say recruits home health care workers, and she finds, you know, workers to work for her, and she, you know, sends them to the houses to work at or whatever. She said, I already talked to my boss. I already told my boss that I'm going to be quitting. I told my boss that I know somebody that wants to work. So you're going to have to come meet us at the job in a couple of days to meet the boss who wants to talk to you or whatever. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I hate that. I'm not going to lie. I hate doing that. I know. It's annoying. But I can't help it. Fix my phone a little bit better. You'll see the sun starting to come out a little bit. So anyways, she had said that she wanted me to come meet her boss. I'm like, okay. So days pass by, days go by, and I end up coming here and meeting the lady. That my cousin is working for, right? Okay, so I meet the lady. The lady tells me, okay, cool. This will be your hours. I was coming in from 3 p.m. to like 8:30 p.m. Right? So I had the evening shift. There was a lady that was already working here and did the morning shift. So of course I had to take my cousin's shift. So the lady would get here at 7 and she'll leave at 3. So anyways, so it was like a part-time job. You could say it was a part-time job I had. So I was only here from 3 to like 8, sometimes 7. Yes, I had like a part-time job. So anyways, I ended up getting the job here, ended up working here. You know, Jenny didn't meet me. I mean, Jenny didn't know who I was or anything. She knew somebody knew was coming, but she didn't know who, right? So I was here. Jenny got here. I met her. You know, we sat down, we talked, and you know, she was just asking me, you know, things about myself. You know, she just wanted to know who was here with her mom. You know, I understand. You know, so you know, I started working here. You know, part time, taking care of her mother and all that. So, anyways, all that, you know, regular stuff, I was working, right? Started working for them. Well, unfortunately, her mother ended up passing on me, right? So when her mother was passing, y'all know, guys, y'all do home health care. You kind of scared because you're like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do now? Like this is my job. We gotta find somebody else, right? Okay, wait. Let me back up. Before her mother passed on me, the lady that my cousin was working for, she would come and she was training me for like a week, right? So she came and she'll tell me like how to pick up Missy's mom, you know, so I was taking care of Missy's mom. I used to call Missy's mom Missy too. So I don't want to confuse y'all because I called her mom Missy, now I call her Missy, right? So anyways, the lady I started working for, it was her little business, you know, whatever, that she would get us workers to work for her, whatever. So she come and she was training me and she was teaching me how to pick up Missy's mom like a certain way, right? So anyways, one day Missy was here, and she saw the way I was picking up her mom, and she was like, "Oh no, Jackie, you can't do that. Like you're gonna use that belt that we bought. We bought a belt so you could pick up my mom because I don't want you to hurt your back." And I was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Because you know the lady taught me this way, and I'm already kind of comfortable this way. You know, I'm like I could pick up your mom easy like this." And she was like, "No." Sorry. She's like, "No, I don't want you to blow your back out. Trust me, you're gonna hurt yourself." So she started telling me how to do it, right? So anyways, one day me and her were sitting here talking, and I was telling her that the lady that I was working for um, would tell me, you know, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. They don't pay me for this, they don't pay me for that. Because she was all about her money. She wanted money, like, say, like, for example, Jenny would ask me, my Missy, her name is Jenny, okay? Missy will ask me, um, can you feed the cats for me? Or like, can you let the cats in and out for me? You know, open the door for them. Because the lady in the morning, the one that had the morning shift, she clearly told me straight up too, don't be letting the cats in and out. Like we're not getting paid for that. Like you know, she will sit right here and she wouldn't do nothing. Missy's mom would literally be in the chair all day, and you know, I'm not saying she wouldn't take her to a nap or anything, but you know, she wasn't doing as much as I started doing, right? So anyways, one day me and Jenny were sitting here on a Saturday and I started telling Jenny, I know you're probably like, damn, that's some snitch stuff, but it's just real because I'm saying because if I had somebody taking care of my mother, um, I'm gonna want to know what's going on. I'm not gonna want somebody mistreating my mother or, you know, not doing the things that I'm telling her to do for my mother and I'm paying her for it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so I explained to y'all, right, that I got into it with the lady that had the morning shift. Remember I told y'all that I sent a text message and I thought I sent a message to my husband, but I sent it to her. Remember I told you about that? I'm not sure if y'all remember, but I told you about that little story time, about that, right? So me and her were already kind of bumping heads. She wasn't crazy about me. I wasn't crazy about her, because she was just like a metiche. She was just always trying to be into something. I think she knew when I came into this home and I started making changes. I think she felt, you know, how do you say it? Intimidated, I guess you could say, by me, I guess. I don't know. She was like, oh my God, there's a new girl. She's coming in. She's trying to make changes in here, you know. So I feel like that's why she didn't like me. I'm not sure, but that's what I felt. Because remember I told you at the story time about her that she would like move stuff around. And if I moved it, she would get mad, you know. But I'm like, No, like, this is a restroom. This is not no storage room. You're putting everything in the restroom. I want the restroom to look like a restroom. So anyways, and then, mind you, I asked Jenny if I could make changes here at her home, and she said, sure, be my guest, okay? So anyways, I was here, and like around 4:30, remember I got here at 3, so like around 4:30, her mama lay down. So I was sitting right on the couch like the way I'm right now, and I'm not doing nothing because her mama lay down, and I didn't have to do anything for her no more. The only thing I had to do was change her colonoscopy bag. She had a colonoscopy bag. I'll have to change it before she went to bed. That was it, nothing major. So, I started like moving stuff. I started like decluttering stuff, I was like, and mind you, I asked Jenny, I said, Jenny, I'm here for a couple of hours and I don't have nothing to do really when your mom goes to bed. Like, can I kind of clean up these areas? I'm showing her what areas, right? She's like, yeah, be my guest, They never had nobody help them like that. When I tell you there was a dining table right here in the middle of the living room and the papers and the boxes and stuff were like skyrocket. I don't even know how Missy could see the TV because everything was just like, there was stuff everywhere, okay? So anyways, one day me and Missy were here on Saturday and I was telling Missy, the morning lady was telling me not to take the cats out because that lady, the morning shift lady started like trying to tell Jenny stuff about me, like, she's just moving stuff around, and I can't find stuff, and this is that. And I'm thinking to myself, when Jenny's telling me all this, right, because Jenny's telling me what she said, and I know it's kind of messy, but Jenny was like, Jackie, you've helped me so much here in my house. Like, you literally decluttered everything for me. And remind you, I will put all her trash that we're throwing out, I'll put it back in my truck and I'll go throw it out myself, because they live in the house. So, they can't fill up their trash can too much and the recycling and all that, right? So she's like, so I'm just explaining to you what's going on, what this lady is saying, because she's saying that, supposedly you're bothering her moving stuff around. And now I started telling Jenny, Missy, I was like, there's just stuff everywhere, Missy. Like, not for nothing, she sits right there and your mom's just sitting in the chair. When I get here at 3, your mom's just sitting right there. Your mom looks exhausted. She looks mad. Every time I would come in, her mom did not look happy. Even her mom would tell me when she left, thank God you're here. I was waiting for you to get here. I don't like when she's here. She's mean. And so one time when me and Jenny were on a Saturday by ourselves, we had a conversation about all that stuff. And I told her that even the lady that I was working for would tell me, don't do this, don't do that. They're not paying me for it. And she even told me, the lady I was working for, she even told me one time, if you're going to be cleaning, if you're going to be helping her clean right here, then you need to let me know about that so I could charge her more money. And I'm thinking to myself, so you could be getting more money? I'm the one that's cleaning. I'm the one that's declaring everything, not you, right? I'm thinking to myself. So I had to go home and I had to sleep on this thought for like a whole week. I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm going to talk to Jenny. I'm going to tell Jenny that I don't want to work for this lady no more. She is all about money. Like, when she found out that when she came over here one day, right, and she saw like everything was moved and it looked like decluttered, she was like, did you do this? And I was like, yeah, because I just sit here for a lot of hours. I don't have nothing to do. So yeah, She's like, oh no, we're not supposed to be doing that. We're not supposed to be doing that. If you're doing that, then I'm going to have to talk to Jenny and I'm going to have to start charging her more. And I didn't like that. I'm not going to lie. I didn't like that. I'm thinking to myself, you're going to charge her more and you're going to be making extra money for what I'm doing for Jenny? Like, no, that's not going to happen. So that one Saturday, we sat down. We had a conversation when Jenny had told me that the morning shift lady was complaining about me moving everything and this is not right. And remind you, that lady was working with Jenny 5 years before I even started working with Jenny, okay? So Jenny, she's been working with Jenny for a while. Well, when I would come at 3, that lady would be leaving, and she'd be leaving with all kind of stuff, like snacks, all kind of stuff. Like, she was stealing. Like, I was watching her, but she thought I was stupid. One time, she left her bag here. She had a big old bag she used to always bring to work, and I knew why she put that big old bag, because she was taking stuff. And she left the bag at the back of the couch, and she left, and I seen the bag. I know it's probably nosy of me, but I like looked through the bag. It wasn't zipped up or nothing. I like opened, I looked, and I'm like, there was a lot of snacks and stuff in there, oil, all kind of stuff. And I took a picture of it because I was like, you're gonna be complaining about me, and you're gonna tell Jenny, even though you're complaining about nothing, because Jenny loves the way I left her house. Like, you're over there complaining, and Jenny's the one that gave me permission to do all this. So I took a picture of it. So that one Saturday we were talking, I showed Jenny the picture that I had, and I told Jenny, I was like, she told me straight up for me not to be getting up and be opening the doors for your cats, because she said that you're not paying me for that, because she don't do it. I was like, there's been times where I get here like an hour early. Sometimes I'll get here an hour early because she will want me to come. Jenny would text me or call me like, can you come tomorrow like an hour early just so you can help Nora real quick, like take my mom a shower? And I'm like, yeah. And I saw the way she was working with her, like the way the lady was working with her mom, like she was mean. And she wouldn't open the door for the cats. The cats would stay outside all day, because she even told me they're not paying me for that, so I'm not gonna get up every 5 minutes for the cats. Because remind you, Missy, they do get up like every 5 minutes for the cats. Like, they let the cats out, the cats at the door, let them right back in. They do, but that's their cats, that's their business. I mean, how's it killing you open the door for the cats? I mean, you know, stuff like that didn't bother me, right? So anyway, I started telling Jenny everything, and Jenny was like, for real? And I was like, yeah, Missy. I was like, and remind you guys, whenever Missy's mom had passed away, Jenny had told me and Nora, I don't want to say her name, me and the other working lady, to go through all her mom's stuff and throw everything out, and whatever we wanted to keep, we could keep. When I tell you that lady took everything, she took everything. But Jenny had took some jewelry and stuff, and my kids still have it. She gave jewelry to my girls that was her mom's, and because I really didn't get nothing from Missy. I got that, and I got like some nightgowns, and the lady took everything else. So anyways, while me and Jenny were sitting right here, we were talking about everything. I told Jenny, I said, not for nothing, I don't want to work for that lady neither, for the lady that we're working for, the lady that I'm working for. I'm like, because she has told me too, like, don't do certain things for your mom. I'm like, you're telling me to do certain things, and she's telling me not to do it. And she's telling me that if she catches me doing it, she's gonna ask you for more money. And I was telling Jenny, I was like, she even told me one time when she came over here that since I was helping you declutter all your house, that she was gonna charge you more for it. And Jenny was like, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, so honestly, I don't want to work for her no more. But I would still love to work for you, but I'm not gonna work for her no more. There's another job opportunity I have. I'll go to that job and check it out. This week I was telling her I'm gonna go to that job this week and check it out. So I was telling her, I was like, because I can't work for this lady no more. I'm like, she's mean, and she tells me to like do certain things with your mom, and you're telling me to do something different, like. And she's like, well, I'm happy you told me that. I didn't know that was going on. Who knows what the other ladies that were working for her that were here, who knows what they were doing. She's like, I'm not saying your cousin was doing anything bad, because remember I told you my cousin was here with her for a couple of years. She was like, but, I'm paying you. She's like, I'm paying her some good money. Like, you're not getting not even a quarter of what I'm getting her. Because she's like, how much does she pay you? So I told her, and she's like, I'm paying her way more than that, and she's still thinking about charging me extra money. I was like, yeah, Missy, honestly, that's what she told me. She told me that if I was going to be moving stuff and doing stuff for you, she was going to charge you. So she felt the type of way. So I told Jenny, I said, well, look, and I know there's some sneaky stuff. I know this is, it's some foul stuff. I know. Sometimes I think to myself, I'm like, dang, that's messed up. I did that. But it is what it is. I wouldn't want nobody working for my mother and not taking care of her like the way I want them to, right? Right? Y'all could agree with me? Okay. So I end up telling Jenny, I'm like, well, Missy, right now that we're right here talking, we could talk about business right now. If you want to break off with this lady, we could break off with her. I'll stay with you. Give me half of whatever you're paying her. Just give me half of whatever you're paying her, because she was already paying her good. Like, in the 30s an hour to that lady. And I was like, because she told me how much she was paying her, So I was like, just give me half of what you're paying her, and I'll stay here with you. And I'll help you and your husband out with the office work and all that. And she's like, really? And I was like, really? I was like, I hate to do that, because that lady's gonna be missing a lot of money, because you have to get rid of her. So that's one client that she lost, But I'm like, she was really, really foul, guys. I'm not gonna lie. She really, really was. And Jenny is a good, sweet-hearted person. She was taking advantage of Jenny, like not for nothing. She was. And now that Jenny still, because Jenny still sees her because she has a lady that works with Jenny's mother-in-law. So Jenny still sees her, and now when Jenny says she sees her, Jenny's like, every time I see her, when she does see her, because she hardly goes with her mother-in-law's house with her husband, but she's like, whenever I do see her, she's like, I'm just like, what an ugly lady you were to me. Because my boss, Missy, was really, really good to her for a lot of years. So anyways, I ended up telling my boss, you want to branch off from her? We could branch off from her this week because I don't want to work for her no more. And Jenny was like, well, I don't want to lose you. And I was like, well, let's talk business then. I'll stay with you, but let's branch off from her. And Missy was like, all right, let's do it. I'll give you half of whatever I gave her. I said, all right, we could do it. I called, no. Jenny said, I'm going to call her and I'm going to tell her that I don't need her no more. Because remember, her mom had just passed. It was probably not even a week when her mom had passed. No. Before her mom had passed, when all this happened, right? We didn't even know her mom was going to pass. So Jenny was like, let me call her and I'm going to tell her that I don't need her services no more. Jenny was like, I'll explain to her. I'm not going to tell her everything that's going on with me and you. I'm just going to tell her I don't need her services no more. And I was like, okay. And I was like, so what do I say when she calls me? And Jenny was like, just tell her that you're still going to work for me. So that's exactly what happened. She called that lady, told the lady she didn't need her help no more. She didn't have to send nobody over here. And then, so the lady calls me and she's like, hey, so I got a call from Jenny the other day. She doesn't need you going to work no more. I don't know what's going on, but I'm about to go over there and I'm about to go pick up my last check from her and I'm going to cut ties with her. Like, talking ugly. And I was just like, this is why I don't want to work for you. Because remind you, she would say little slick stuff when she would come and Jenny wasn't here. She would tell me, oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, no. Oh, no. And I was just like, I would hate for somebody like this to be working with my mom. Like treating my mom like this. And so she said, so we're going to branch off and I'll try to see if I can get you another job. If not, I wish you the best of luck. She started like wishing me my luck. And I was like, no, it's okay. I'm still going to be working for Jenny. And she's like, huh? And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to be working for her on my own. I'm going to have less hours, but I'm going to be doing other stuff with her. And she was like, because Jenny told me that I could tell her. Jenny was like, tell her, because she's going to find out. Like, what can she do? I'm paying her. She's not paying me. She was working for me. I wasn't working for her. So I was like, are you sure, Mrs.? She's like, yeah, tell her. So I told her and she was like, so you're not going to be working for me no more? And I was like, no, I'm not going to work for you no more. I'm just going to branch off and do my own little thing. And she's like, well, I don't think that's right. If you're still working for Jenny, I feel like I should be still getting paid. She was still being ugly, thinking that she had to get something out of it for me working for Jenny. I'm like, I was telling Jenny about that after the fact, and we were both like, and I told Jenny, I'm like, I told you, Missy. She would try to tell me for me to charge, for that she wanted to charge you up for the extra stuff I was doing for you. And I didn't like that. And Jenny seen her true colors when Jenny told her she didn't need her no more. Jenny seen her true colors. She started telling Jenny, well, when are you giving me my last check? And how many hours exactly did Jackie work so I could get all that money? And, still trying to, like, get some money, even though Jenny was like, I'm going to pay her for the hours you were here last week. I'm going to be fair. I'm still going to pay her and all that. But this coming up week, I'd rather not pay her. I'd rather just give you the money. And I was like, okay, we could do that. So that's what we did. And that's how I branched off from that home health care company that I was in, that I was working for. If you get really, really close to your clients, guys, and if you're working at a regular home with people, I'm not trying to say to do what I did, but I'm just saying it's very, very easy to be your independent contractor, okay? And do your own thing. Because from this point on, this is what I'm going to do, is just do my own thing, not work for nobody. I don't want to work for nobody like that. I'd rather make my own money by myself. And eventually I'll end up probably living right here at Jenny's house at her top room. And we just had this conversation the other day, me and Jenny, because Jenny was saying that her and Norman have always said whoever comes and takes care of them when they need like full-time care, that we could live upstairs. You know, I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but that's what Jenny and Norman will want to happen, you know, someday, for us to live here. She even told me, I would love to have you and the kids living here. And I'm like, I'm scared, you know, but you can't beat it. Like, you can't beat it. I have such a great family. Like, I'm talking about family like them. Like, they've been like family to me. They've been so good to me. I've been on trips with them. They paid for everything. They take my kids on trips. They give me all kind of memberships for my kids, take my kids out. Like, they're so good to my kids. I swear to God, they treat my kids like my kids are their grandkids, because they don't have no grandkids. I'm over looking at the table because I'm like, she has all kind of gifts top of the table for my kids right now. She buys stuff for my kids all the time. You know, like, she's such a great person. So I know one day eventually I'll have to be living right here with her, because that's what she wants. She has kind of mentioned about if her and Norman will go and I'm still here, they will want to leave this house for my kids, and like stuff that, I mean, I would never ever thought that I would hear, or, you know, like somebody will be thinking about my kids like that. Like, you know, like, dang, you know, like you really love me and my kids. And so yeah, that's how I branched off, and I'm gonna be here with Jenny and Norman until God calls them home, you know? And hopefully that's not no time soon. Because let me tell you, when I lost her mom, I cried. I asked my husband, I cried for like 2 weeks straight. And that's the only bad thing about working in this kind of field, is you get so close to the patients. Like, you get really close to them. You start getting attached to them. Me and my kids were really attached to her mom. My kids were really attached to her mom. And I think that's why she has so much love for my kids, because my kids will come over here and they'll help me with her mom. Like, I brought my kids to work a lot of times, and they would help me with her mom, and they'll brush her hair for me and help me dress her, you know, my girls, you know. And so, like, we became like a family, you know. It just became like a natural. You see, I have a key to her house. When she's not here, you know, she'll call me, be like, hey, can you pass by the house? I got some stuff right there for the kids, and let the cats in or whatever. I got a key. I can walk in this house whenever I want, you know? And I'm really blessed that she trusts me that much, you know, because there's a lot of people that don't trust you like that. So yeah, that's how I branched off. I know it's a crazy story, Dario. I know it's crazy how it happened, but that's just the truth, how it happened, you know? And I'm really blessed for the position I have, and I'm really thankful, because I could lose everything tomorrow. I could lose my job. Me and my husband are always talking about this. I always tell my husband, I want to be thankful and I want to stay humble for all the blessings that come our way, because we could easily lose everything tomorrow. He could lose his job, I could lose his job, and we lose everything, you know? So I'm really thankful for meeting this family and being a part of their family, you know? Like I said, I've met her family. She does have sisters and brothers and stuff, but they don't all really talk a lot like that. They only come out here like once a year, and they don't even come here. They come to a hotel in Galveston, and that's where they all meet up at. And I've been out there, stayed out there with all of them. You know, met her family, but she doesn't have any kids and stuff. I told y'all. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. So yeah, I'm an independent contractor, and I work here for them. I don't go through no company at all, no more. So, which is crazy, because if y'all don't know how much those people get paid, I say to recruit. I don't know if I'm saying the right word, but how much these people, like me for example, I got my CNA license, right? I could easily sit right here. I could get some workers to work for me. Like, the lady next door to me, she needs somebody to help her soon because her husband's getting real sick. I could find somebody for her, and she could be paying me, and I could be paying my worker little to nothing. Well, that's what that lady was doing to me. She was paying me little to nothing. She was getting most of the money, which is, that's the way it's supposed to go, right? But when I saw how ugly she was with Missy and Missy's mom, I didn't like that. I was like, no, these people right here are some good-hearted people. Like, to remind you, they instantly started like getting used to my kids, loving my kids. I would bring my kids over here for Halloween, for Christmas. For Christmas, I get together with them for Christmas. We come over here, not on Christmas Day. We do it like a day before Christmas because she knows for Christmas and Christmas Eve, she knows I'm with my family. So every year, we celebrate Christmas right here with them. They make dinner or buy dinner. And me and my kids and my husband come over here, and they have gifts right here under the tree, only for my kids. Thanksgiving, we do a little Thanksgiving, not on Thanksgiving Day, before Thanksgiving. And, like, I celebrate holidays with them like they're my family, you know? But it's just us, you know? Just her and her husband and me and my kids and my husband. That's it. So I'm really, really thankful. So yeah, that's how I ended up with this job, guys. And I hope y'all enjoy this little story time. I know it's a little everywhere, but that's how I ended up with this job. And I'm super blessed. I really, really am. And I'm really, really thankful. And I thank God every day for this family that God placed me with, because it couldn't get any better, okay? All right, so I'm about to get ready to go because I got to go do some stuff. Macy's about to get ready to get up, so I'm about to start her breakfast and all that. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the story time, guys. If y'all watch this video all the way in full, down in the bottom, can y'all please put emoji so I can know y'all watch the video in full, okay? Down the bottom, put emoji of a check, a green check. I'll put it right here what the green check looks right like check, I watched your video, check, you know? So put a check down in the bottom, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on my channel, please, if you like this kind of content. And that bell notification has to go on, so every time I post a video, you'll be first to be notified. All right, and y'all gotta remember, guys, it's always gonna be us. It's always gonna be us, never them. Us, never them. Okay. All right, guys, I'll see y'all later.